And we're live. I think we're live.
What's up, guys? I am Andrew,
And I'm Anthony.
and this is the last Power Hour ever. It has been, 2 quarters of just amazing entertainment for you guys. You guys have been blown away. You guys have been moved to tears. We've really changed your guys' lives, and I'm glad to be able to report that we changed the world.
I think we did. We tried at least.
Absolutely, we tried very
We
hard.
definitely did.
Is this sounding good? You like this?
I think this is looking good, dude. I don't know what it is about tonight, but like the framing's perfect.
And I just realized after however long I've been doing this, I can move the mic this way.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
So I can actually be seen tonight.
Yeah,
Oh
there
my
you go,
god!
there you go. Oh, this
Look
whole
at
time you
this.
had no idea,
No.
dude. KSDT coming in clutch.
Oh yeah. Talk about clutch. I've been having a hard time feeding myself because I'm a very broke person.
Okay.
And I was trying to decide, do I want to go to the last flea market or not flea market, farmers market,
Farmers market. That was
and get some Belindas. I decided no, because at $10 a burrito is not gonna get you very far in the day.
$10.
And so I just happened to walk in a price center and see that they're doing a $6 foot-long promotion at Subway.
Okay.
Usually it's $5 for certain footlongs, but
Right.
this was $6 for any footlong. So I could get the premium footlongs.
Okay, but here's my question.
Yeah,
What's the regular price of a premium, I guess, footlong?
Like
Is it more?
$9.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I came up winning on that one. So I'm
Yeah.
probably gonna get us $6 footlongs more
Okay.
and just do one of those a day. I've been doing the one meal a day diet.
Okay. Ooh, the struggle, dude.
not on
The
purpose.
struggle, dog.
Not just because I'm really poor.
Okay. Okay.
And I want to save some money for all the crazy ragers between now and Sunday.
Oh, it's gonna be
It's gonna be nuts, dude.
popping.
Yeah.
Popping.
Pop, lock, and drop it. This is still on.
Oh shit.
Why can't
Little feedback.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways, what about, dude? How is your week 11 finals
my
week
gosh,
going,
dude.
dude? Whenever I've said there's 11 weeks of school,
Yeah.
people was like, no, it's 10 weeks and then a finals week. I was like, that's an 11th week of school. Shut
It's
the fuck up.
it's week 11.
Yeah. Anyways, but go on.
Yeah, it's week 11. I've been working all week. Kind of just taking it easy. Everybody kind of looks at me funny. Why aren't you studying? I have one final on Friday.
Oh, jeez.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
it, dude. And it's over.
Yeah, and then it's done.
Well, I'm coming back in the fall, but
Yeah.
it's over for
It's
now.
but
It's over
I mean,
until September, October.
I mean, you're coming back in the fall, and I know some people are coming back in the fall, but I
Mhm.
get the sense that it's kind of like one of those things like where, like even though you're coming back, it's like it's still the chapter is kind of closing.
It's still closing. The door's closing.
Because you're gonna have like the big ceremony on
Mhm.
Sunday, and you're,
Yeah.
all the festivities.
Shit, I'm freaking out, man.
Yeah,
I'm freaking out, dog.
have you been getting like the little flurries of anxiety when you stop to think about it
A
for a
little
second?
bit when I do get the knot in my stomach, dude. But I can't avoid graduation.
Yeah, you cannot.
You can't. You gotta graduate.
You gotta do it.
It's supposed to be a happy day, but it's like super depressing. And I
Yeah.
don't want to get all emotional on here, but it's like, yeah, it's happy for everybody around me seeing me like progress and stuff. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess I gotta fly.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's one of those things where, I. Let's see. There's so many layers of things to be anxious about with graduating from college, especially,
It's not just graduating.
yeah, it's because it's like, well, this is officially the transitional phase,
And that's it.
it's one of those things like where you can always go back to college, but now we have our bachelor's degree. Like we're done with undergrad. If we
Right.
go back to school, it's gonna be masters. It's gonna be so. It's just
Yeah.
this weird thing like where if you're like a transfer student or a
Mhm.
high school student, you're like, oh my god, college, like what's that gonna be like?
Mhm.
This is actually what I kind of want to talk about today.
Yeah.
So we'll transition.
Definitely.
But it's just one of those things where it's like that's a huge part. It's 4 years, it's 2 years, it's 10 years, however long it is. Once it's done, it's done.
There's no. I mean, you can go back, but you're always gonna be that guy. It's like,
Yeah.
why is this 30-year-old and
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean,
Nothing wrong.
yeah, you can get educated any time in your life, but it will be a different experience.
it is different.
It's
yeah.
Which is the cool thing about college is no matter what phase you are in your life,
Yeah.
whether you're a returning student, whether you're a first-time student, whether you're a first transfer student, whatever the fuck you may be, is that there's something to be learned from the experience regardless.
Mhm.
No matter what.
Always, man.
Okay, so
It's too emotional, dude.
Dude, I had to post.
I can't do this, dog.
No, we'll get through it. I had to post. So I haven't really been digging. Have you posted a man? 4 years or 2 years coming to an end right now. Have you posted that picture yet?
I haven't. I mean, I did like the picture of the grad announcement. Yeah, I think you saw it on Instagram, and it's just like,
By the way, great middle names.
oh yeah, Michael, yeah,
And Yolanda.
Yolando.
Great middle names, dude.
It's Italian for sure.
Yeah, that's rad.
But
I'm not even being like.
no. Yeah, I hate having two middle names. It's a bitch, dude. It's really a bitch. But yeah, I don't know, man. I did post that one thing, but that's about it. I
Yeah.
haven't really made my final like
Post.
goodbye post on Instagram.
Yeah.
Not like it's important, but
It's very important. How are people gonna know that you're graduating unless you don't tell them
Right.
on every social media that you have?
I gotta check in at Remac Field.
Yeah.
on
You gotta
graduation.
tweet. You gotta post about it on Facebook.
I'm a newsman.
You
I
gotta
gotta-
post some pictures. It's all about
coverage,
social
dude.
media. Coverage and visibility.
we gotta cover this whole event. It's not just a 1 hour kind of
Oh,
thing.
dude.
This is an all day thing.
It's-
An all weekend kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be talking
We're gonna
about
be live
this.
tweeting every hour.
Dude,
every
you're so
hour.
right. Oh my God, live tweet.
I can't do that.
The best thing about tonight is that we can actually go like a little bit longer without worrying about
Oh, that's right.
because I think
I
no
don't
one's
think
really doing their
he's
shows on 11th week.
I don't think he's gonna. Yeah, maybe.
Okay, so I have to ask you like a weird question.
Okay.
So a lot of people
Let's go ahead.
a lot of people are thinking retrospectively. They're looking back.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's 2 years because they're a transfer student. Maybe it's 4 years. Maybe it's 5 years. You
Yeah.
know, whatever it may be, people are looking back. But it's in this window of like when we started here.
Mm-hmm.
I want to take it back a little bit further.
Okay.
Let's go.
Let's take it back.
Let's go 10 years ago.
10 years. Okay.
Yeah. Or any amount of time that you want. Can you think of a specific moment in your life when you were young and you're like, you thought to a year ahead or like a year in the future?
Yeah.
I have mine. It actually was like, it's a little bit, yeah, it's 10 years. 10 years ago now.
2005.
Yeah,
What was that like? Not high school.
that was middle school. You were high school was 10 for you? Did you graduate 10 or 11 in high school?
12.
Graduated 2012?
Oh. I thought you meant 10 or 11.
No.
Ah, geez. 11.
Okay, 11.
Definitely 11.
So then you'd be like 6th grade.
Okay.
So
What did I see in the future?
Yeah, maybe 10 years ago. If that's too hard, maybe 5 years ago. Like,
I don't think I was even looking at college at that point. I was
Yeah.
too like focused on like, yo, man, I'm going to high school. I'm already like starting to rotate classes, and like I was all like stoked about that. So I wasn't even thinking like long term.
Yeah.
High school, I probably thought like, oh yeah, I'm probably gonna do sports and stuff. Turned into like a band geek. So it's like you never know where you're gonna end up.
Yeah.
Same with college. I didn't expect myself doing radio.
Yeah.
Here I am.
So when did like the news thing come into play? Was that just here?
That was literally just here. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I this is gonna sound weird, but I always had this like punch in the back of my head, like, oh, maybe I could be like a journalist because I like writing.
Yeah.
But it's like I never really thought I'd pursue it because I'm like, oh, well, they're very meticulous with what they do, and I'm sure they're very trained. And the more I'm in the business, the more I'm learning. Like, not really.
Yeah.
It just kind of worked out, and with the help of an internship, and somebody just kind of just going with their limb here, and just going with their limb.
Going out on a limb.
Going out on a limb, yeah, not with their limb, but
I'm leaving with my limbs.
they gave they gave me a chance. Picked up an internship, and the rest was history. I don't know if I'm gonna stick with it, but we'll see.
So then now,
thanks for
what do you think? 5 years, 10 years? Have you given it any thought?
Oh,
To when you just use a distant memory?
yeah, I see myself. I don't know. Probably not really reporting,
Yeah.
but I see myself more. I don't know, like business side.
Yeah.
Not like management or anything, but just having a really like not well-paying, high-paying, just a job that
Doing
gets
your
me
thing,
by
yeah.
and just doing something I love because that's kind of my thing. But
Yeah.
who knows, dude?
Absolutely.
It's hard to think about it right now. It's so hard. How many years ahead am I supposed to be thinking?
Any number.
5 to 10. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much
I feel like
grad school.
even for me,
Mm-hmm.
I find it insanely difficult to think 5 minminutes from now? I wonder.
Yeah.
5 minutes from now, what am I gonna be doing?
Right.
I'll be probably talking into this mic still.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Who
Right.
knows?
Yeah.
Because anything can happen.
It could
But
be.
that's why I kind of wanted to like talk about like what we were doing like maybe 10 years ago, maybe any amount of time years ago, because anything did happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's a weird way of saying it, but it's like so when
Yeah.
you were like when I was like 13 or however many years ago,
Yeah.
and I was thinking, how am I gonna be like when I'm 23? Or
Mhm.
how's it gonna be when I'm 21? And then you sat back and you say, well, anything can happen. So it's crazy to think about. Anything
Yeah.
did happen. Like tons of fucking.
It did,
I'm
dude.
sure
We
tons of
can't
fucking
plan the
impossible
future.
things happened.
Yeah.
Like I definitely from a very young age, I knew college was gonna be a weird thing for me.
Mhm.
And especially like towards the latter stages of high school, I kind of knew I didn't want to just like go straight
Exactly.
into it because I definitely think I'm like I take a long time to like kind of like
You feel things out.
yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
So I from a weirdly young age, I kind of was like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna go to community college.
Yeah.
But the reason why I even asked this question was because back in 2005,
Okay.
I had this teacher, or there was this teacher at my middle school, and he told all the students about the whole like Nostradamus 2012,
Oh shit.
all this shit.
Way to prep you guys.
And I remember thinking like, holy crap, like I'm 13 right now.
Yeah.
So I will be 21 in 2012. That's some crazy stuff. And so it's just funny to me how when you're like so young, like I've been saying this whole time, anything can happen. It's just like that's something where I can look back and be like that did not happen.
No.
You know, I remember when I was really young, all my friends' parents were like, "What do you want to do? Like, what are you trying to get up to?" Or like teachers or my own fucking parents, yeah. And it's like, "Oh, I like to draw, so maybe I'll be like an artist."
Right.
But that didn't happen.
Yeah, but I
You know?
mean, you kind of slowly find what you like, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I think there's that whole like thing like where just because you like to draw, does that mean that
Yeah.
you should or
Yeah.
have to become an artist?
There's always that social like pressure, and it's like, well, is that you sure you want to do that? Because if
Yeah.
you really want to draw, you better stick with it forever. And
Yeah. It's a really hard. I think it's a hard thing at any age
It is.
to be like,
It's a lot of
this is
pressure.
what I'm gonna do forever.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Which is why you're supposed to have like 5 careers in like your lifetime or something.
Well, and it's like I wish someone would have told me that a long time ago. Like, dude, just because you majored in this doesn't mean. And I know it's not a big deal. Like, it's just a very small sentence, but it's like just because you major in this doesn't mean you're stuck in this forever.
Yeah.
Working in this occupation.
Absolutely. And I think the idea that I think there's a lot of pressure on people to go to college,
Mm-hmm.
and it's,
Oh, yeah.
not everyone should go to college.
No.
You definitely could. You definitely there's 2 things I'll say.
Yeah.
One thing is, you definitely do not need to go to college, which is ironic because we're all talking about college graduation right now. But you definitely don't need to do it. I think if you're having a hard time adjusting to school, or it's like I think that for me, I like studying at some level,
Mhm.
even though I stress about it, I procrastinate, even though I kind of hate the whole like worrying about my GPA and all that shit. There's something I find pleasurable in that.
Yeah.
And that's why I've done it for, that's why we do it, is because at some level we know it's beneficial. At some level we know it's a good thing to be doing.
We're gonna take in all that info.
But if you're just hitting that wall over and over again, then I would
It's time to
consider,
move on.
I would consider not, really not doing it. And that you can be successful regardless of what, you can be successful with it without a degree, and you can be unsuccessful with a degree.
Yeah.
It's anything can happen.
I've met a lot of people with degrees who aren't too bright.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's a whole other can.
Oh.
GPA does not. Having a good GPA doesn't mean anything. Having a bad
Heck
GPA
no,
doesn't
man.
mean anything. Yeah.
Dude, that's funny you're saying that because I saw something where it's like, it was like UCSD like leadership awards and all this
Yeah.
stuff. And it's just like the only people getting those leadership awards are like the people who kind of like know about the leadership awards.
Yeah.
You know what
Oh
I mean?
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's like, yeah, like anybody could be a leader if you really like, depending on what they do and stuff. But there's plenty of leaders out here who like aren't nominated.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
And it's
dude.
like, this dude's going to have this on his resume. And yeah, he may be a leader, but there's probably a kid kicking ass out there way more than he is not getting it.
That's a great point.
There should be a way to kind of standardize that.
That's an extraordinary point.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. What you just said,
Yeah.
I think it's so relevant because it's like, especially in college. I guess like now is a good time to talk about the stupid shit about college.
Let's do it.
Especially, I think there's this. It's this weird place where you get kind of rewarded for just doing things that you should be doing on anyways, you know? And I think that, like you said, everyone in their lives is a leader. Everyone exhibits leadership qualities in some capacity.
Some more than others.
In some more than others. But exactly like you said, the person who knows about the award is more likely to get it, regardless of how much of a leader he is, as long just by knowing about it.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I actually always grapple with about school is there's a lot of inequality. It's really hard to get into school as a transfer student. Getting all that that paperwork filled out, getting through all that red tape is extraordinarily difficult. And I can only imagine being someone from a different culture, for another country, or whatever your situation might be. And you kind of get fucked because you don't know about the awards, you don't know about the scholarships, you don't know about the
It's true,
the stuff to help you get through the red tape.
Yeah.
And I think that hopefully that now that we're stepping away from our college careers and we're getting out into the real world, hopefully that's something that can slowly but surely get rectified at every school. I mean,
I would hope.
It's just
it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I feel like as a transfer, it's hard for me to get involved with my actual college here.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
So if the provost is giving out the award, I'm sure a freshman who is now probably a junior or senior at this point is more likely to get that award than me, who just came in as a transfer or something, and is still kicking ass though.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I'm kicking. I'm just saying in general, a transfer just doing the stuff that they're awarding, and I don't know.
Indeed. I mean, super good thing to bring up. And I actually just was at the comm department had a screening of student films.
Oh, did you watch them?
I did.
How did it go?
It was great. It actually
Really?
There was a lot of quality work there.
There's some good stuff.
Yeah, for sure. And my friend Yael had showed a project that she did. And she's actually the commencement speaker for Cisco College.
No
the student
way,
speaker.
dog. Okay,
Yeah.
very cool.
So we'll definitely be seeing her up
That's
there.
awesome, dude.
But I was I had to fucking interject because I just had to I'm the kind of guy who I always, if I hear you saying something, I can probably formulate a response. And I just was I actually forgot what was being said, but I just kind of blurted out, if this school doesn't care about transfer students.
Oh shit,
and
okay.
it's kind of the truth. I think it may be hard as a transfer anywhere you go, but it was especially hard. I think exactly what you're saying. The whole reason why the school is broken up into 6 colleges is so you feel like you have a community to go to and people to grow with.
Right.
And that's completely completely lost if you're a transfer student. And I think that because UCSD even in the first place thought to employ that means of having these 6 communities, you would think that they would figure out a good way to engage the transfer students.
I mean, I think it should be more I don't know, maybe more divided into living quarters than your actual college, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I live in saying I live in Warren versus Warren's my college.
Yeah.
Why not just do it like that?
Yeah. Well, I think there's
more to it.
There's a lot
There's
to
way
it.
more to it.
I mean, I remember showing up. I was just kind of going because I'm from not in LA or San Diego. A lot of people I know here, they're from the area.
Yeah.
So they had an obscure friend from high school they latched onto, or they transferred with someone from community college and they just kind of stuck with that person.
Yeah.
But for me, I was just kind of wandering around and I saw that 6 colleges doing a thing, and I was like, oh hey, can I join in? I'm just fucking sitting here. And he's like, oh, are you a transfer student? I was like, yeah. He's like, well, transfers don't really usually do this stuff. So you can, but it's more for the freshmen.
Exactly.
And it's that's kind of fucking dumb. I pay the same amount of money as the goddamn freshman.
Right.
And I guess it is super different because I'm way older than them, but.
Yeah, but they try with all the the transfer association or I don't know if it really works.
Yeah, I mean
they're trying. I give them major props for trying to kind of integrate us.
Yeah. I'm sure it's hard, dude.
It's gotta be.
Okay, working for a school in any capacity is probably the most fucking frustrating thing, because so much of so much stuff gets blamed on school.
You got to go through a lot of hoops to
politics and stuff.
Yeah, it's not just oh yeah, well let's get rid of the 6 college system.
Yeah, which I'm not even advocating for. No, I think it makes sense. It's what it makes sense. I just think that transfers can be brought into the fray a little bit more.
Maybe more required orientations.
I mean, I would hate to say mandatory like event participation, but there's
Yeah.
got to be something, you know? I'm sure there's something.
Yeah, they,
Sure,
they could do more.
If you got like a bunch of PhDs in a room, they could probably figure this out. Yeah.
That's smart, dude.
Oh, dude, come on. It's like campus. Like a college campus. Solve the problem.
Let's make this work.
Dude,
Divide the entire college.
oh, dude, just,
Freshmen and sophomores, juniors and seniors.
and then super seniors.
First college, second college. That's it.
You may be onto something.
No, hell no. Fuck no. No.
Were you? I'm sure I've asked you this before, but
Okay.
did you get into Did you apply to UCLA and get rejected?
I applied to UCLA and USC. I did not get into UCLA.
You got waitlisted for USC.
No.
You
I
just
was
wanna
banking
think
on USC because I got a lot of like letters of recommendation. I sent it in a nice little like packaged envelope. I got a letter signed from like the dean of my community college. Like, I approve this, all this, ready to go.
Really?
Everything they wanted. I filled out financial aid to the point where they asked like how much I spent on my clothes, and I was like, I'm gonna get fat financial aid most likely from USC. Didn't get in.
Oh.
And that's probably what I get for just like hoping I'm gonna get in, just knowing like, oh yeah, I'm totally gonna get in. So I probably deserved it.
Yeah.
And UCLA, I appealed, did not get back in.
Yeah.
I knew I wasn't gonna get in again, but worth a try.
For sure.
And UC Santa Barbara did accept me, turned it down.
Yeah. It's one of those things like where I didn't even bother going to nothing against Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
Nothing against Santa Barbara at all.
Right. No.
I just applied, got in. I did not go look at the campus.
It's either for you or it's not, I think.
Yeah, I got into. I think it's one of those things like where if you have to question it, it probably requires more soul searching than I was willing to give the whole like situation.
Yeah.
This is nothing against UC Santa Barbara at all. I didn't even like go to the place. I didn't even go look at it.
I saw it and I didn't take a tour, so I didn't see the whole campus. But it was just like, yeah, great campus. Not for me.
UCSD it is.
Yeah, I mean, this wasn't an easy choice either, but this was like my only choice.
Yeah.
After Santa Barbara, and
It kind of comes down to it like that.
this is a great school from what everybody's telling me, and I took a chance, and best decision of my life, dog. Best decision of my life.
I literally have had this conversation with maybe like 10 people where it's like, yeah, it was like the most prestigious school that I got into, so I just kind of went. It sucks that it's like that, but it's a great choice. I mean, for anybody, I think it's definitely a school where you need to really go out of your way to be sociable.
You do.
Because just as easily, if you could, you have to really fucking try to like hang out with people.
Oh yeah.
You gotta really fucking kick doors in.
Even if it's like awkward, where you're just kind of sitting there and they're all like doing their thing and stuff.
Yeah.
Like slowly, you're gonna like kind of get in with the group. They just have to get used to you being there.
Yeah.
I told some kid that too. He's like, I want to join some clubs, but I don't know. And I was just like, dude, just keep showing up, regardless. And if you feel uncomfortable by like 4 weeks in, like just quit the club. Easy, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what you gotta do.
Well, also it's just like I remember like one of like the first things I did with a big group was study.
Yeah.
Like the only reason why I have any friends on this campus is because of study.
Yeah, but that's how you bond.
Because it's just exactly. Because I mean, you're in a class you hate, and then you guys all just hang out and bitch about how much you hate the class, and then eventually you guys are like, oh well, fuck, let's like bitch.
Let's study.
Yeah, let's fucking study. Let's put our vision in study.
And then you pass the class.
I mean,
ideally.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Never not pass the class. Right?
Yeah.
You've never failed a class.
I've never failed a class. I've got like a C. I got a C at Feldman's.
No worries.
Thank you, Professor Feldman.
That was rad. She's a great.
No, she's great. She's great.
She's
I totally deserved it. 100%.
That's a little bit of disappointment in that class because we had a study session all planned out and you walked away from it, but it's totally fine. Dude, but
why did I walk away?
Because I was
like, I gotta go to sleep. I remember saying I'm gonna take a nap or something.
Yeah, no, but you were honest because I didn't get the grade that I wanted in that class either.
Right.
But I was like, I can't accept this, and you were just kind of like, I know, it's the writing's on the wall. So props to you for just knowing. I just really went down the ship on that one.
Well,
I think I ended doing that much better.
You pulled all nighter, and didn't you get an A?
Not in the class. I got a B.
But you got an A in the paper or the final, right?
I don't think I did. I think I got a B. I think had I got an A,
regardless, you got a great grade. I remember that.
Yeah.
It was good.
Dude, my group project.
Yeah.
When I thought I failed, I was telling people we literally could have failed it. We got a B minus or no mid B on it, so 84%.
I think professors are fair. I mean, you would
Oh,
you
yeah,
really
yeah.
like have to not try to get a C.
Yeah, and I guess that's my just kind of like bullshitting, like, oh my god, I failed it,
It's not bad at all. Dude.
But yeah, I was really prepared to look at that grade and be like, oh fuck, I got like 50%.
So you passed class.
I think I passed class with an A because
Wow.
the grade for the final already went up, and I got like pretty good grade on the final.
This was management.
MGT 103.
MGT. Okay.
Shout out to Dr. Prosser. She fucking kills it.
Okay. She's already putting in grades.
Yeah, well, because it was a
Damn,
we
Dr.
took
Prosser.
the test on TED,
Okay.
so the grade I'm sure was just like easy to.
Oh,
You just
okay.
look at it.
No, just transfer it over.
Yeah.
Easy, eh?
What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. I had a thought.
Dr.
You know, it's gone.
Prosser.
Dr. Prosser's cool. Oh, how about this? Since it's a retrospective show, kind of.
Okay.
Favorite class you took?
Oh, you know what I'm gonna say, and everybody's just like, "What are you thinking, man?"
Oh,
100C.
Hallen, God.
100C with Hallen.
100C. That's rad. He's a good dude.
He had some interesting points, and
Yeah,
the
he
book.
knows his
Did you
shit.
read the book? The
I
book
did
was actually
not read
very
the book.
interesting, but
I
just being
would
a nerd
actually go
right
so
now.
far as to say that I didn't even open it
oh,
until I had to write that fucking thing at the end.
the essay.
The big, long, stupid final
Yeah,
that I
was
turned in
kinda weird.
incomplete and still got a B on.
Yeah, I remember him saying like, "Oh yeah, be sure to spend a little extra time on the essays and make room because bring extra blue books." And it's like, bring extra blue books, dude.
No,
I can't even
yeah.
fill one blue
Yeah,
book. You're not getting
I
two
had that
from me.
exact thought.
Yeah,
Because I remember when he said that.
yeah.
He's a really cool dude because I would see him.
Oh, he's a great
I
guy.
would see him walking. He's definitely a teacher where it's like, it makes way more sense in office hour because he's like, he can actually just sit down and
He's
be like,
relaxed.
yeah.
Have you seen him with his yoga mat?
Yes, I was gonna say it.
Yes!
See him walking around all the time with his yoga mat,
Yeah, yeah.
crushing it. I bet he's like the best yoga practitioner,
Probably.
dude. But that was a dense class.
It was very dense.
Nothing
It was,
against him at all.
No.
Yeah,
It was just
super dense.
very just not. I wouldn't even say maybe a little monotone, but he was just.
He's just no
gave it
bullshit.
to us.
Yeah,
He gave
yeah.
it to us. Here's the info. Just.
I was just
history of the media.
I was actually just talking to someone about this in class. No, at the comm screening,
Mm-hmm.
where it's like, I mean, I've definitely been that guy who's been like, man, for a number of classes, oh, this class is so boring. And a teacher who actually has to teach one of those classes, content,
Yeah.
she asked the people at the screening, well, how can I make these classes more interesting? And it kind of made me sad that, look, it's not every class is supposed to be fun.
No.
Some classes you just have to grind through.
Yeah.
And it kind of made me sad that she felt so like,
Like this class wasn't interesting.
yeah, she knows that like, oh, I need to be more engaging. It's like, no, fuck that. Like,
Yeah.
if you're a student, not every class is gonna be the fucking, epitome of engagement. What's up, guys?
Right.
Not every class is gonna be the epitome of engagement.
Right.
It's just like some classes are gonna be boring and some are gonna be fun.
Yeah.
But the boring ones are not any less like, rewarding when you complete them
No. They're.
or any less helpful.
Yeah. I mean, I've had teachers that have made a big influence and stuff. But
Yeah.
Hallen was just. He just kind of gave it to
He
you.
helped you get your internship, right?
He did.
For the
He did
summer.
help me with that. I wish I wish I would have talked to him more because you're
Yeah.
really supposed to through AIP. You're supposed to really like meet with him and stuff. But it was over the summer. I couldn't come down here all the time, and meet with him. So I just kind of emailed him back and forth. And I wish I would have had that bond with the professor,
Yeah.
to where it's like, hey, let me get a picture with you at graduation. That
Oh,
never
yeah.
really happened. My sister, like, she invited one of her professors to her party, her graduation party. He showed up.
I'm actually gonna
I
have to.
thought it was so cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot an email to a teacher
Yeah.
tonight about, hey, can I get a selfie before
That's
before
cool.
we blow this pop
That's
stand?
good stuff,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, you're always gonna remember that and that professor.
Definitely.
So,
Yeah, for me it was definitely Professor Horowitz.
Horowitz.
Great guy,
Okay.
great teacher. He's one of the few professors I've had that actually has like educational philosophy. Like he actually thinks about being a teacher.
Mhm.
The thing with like any UC or any kind of like big school is that these people are in their field first and foremost, so they're researchers,
Yeah.
they're whatever the fuck doing their other shit. And so sometimes you're not really talking to an educator, you're talking more to someone in a field,
Exactly.
which is how the system works. I don't really give a fuck.
But he
either
can
way.
do both.
Yeah,
Like, he can
but-
communicate.
but he definitely tried to bridge that gap
Yeah.
where he was like, look, I'm going to give it to you straight. You give it to me straight. if you don't do work, you're not gonna get a fucking good grade. If you want to come get help, you get help. If you don't, whatever, dude. I don't care.
Yeah.
And I really appreciated that. He was just always like, one.
Let's cut the bullshit.
Yeah.
Like that's what it sounding like to me. But
Yeah, because there's actually a moment in class where he's like, none of you guys read the book, huh?
Yeah.
And he's like, you fucking idiots. This is such a great book. I can't believe you wouldn't read this.
He said that?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I think almost exact words.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
Yeah.
Really got to like learn a lot about writing like a really tight 2-page paper.
Mm-hmm.
In the comm department, you have a lot of like 2 to 5 page papers.
Okay. We need to talk about that. But if you want to continue about him too.
No, go ahead.
It's something I've noticed here at the school, like within our comm department. Okay, first of all, the stigmas within comm. All right. No, we don't make speeches.
Yeah,
like
no,
all the
not.
time.
Nope.
We don't even have a speech class. I don't think.
Nope. I gave like 2 presentations.
Yeah.
I think.
And the papers, everybody's like, oh, it's a lot of writing. I could never do that. I'm
Very
seeing
brief.
political science majors writing a hell of a lot
12
more. History
pages, yeah.
majors. We're chilling, dude.
Yeah, I mean it's
In a weird way.
it's a lot of thinking.
It's
It's a fucking sack ton of thinking.
It is.
Yeah, it's like a ridiculous amount of thought that goes into everything.
It's just
Because
crazy.
it's
The
concepts
papers
that are like so, like, what the fuck?
they're
like,
dense concepts.
Yeah, Gramsci, like
Yeah.
reading about that full and like hegemonic and hegemony.
The discourses.
Yeah, and all that stuff.
I'll
It's
never
like,
forget that.
like
Yeah.
Gramsci wrote that stuff when he was basically insane, and so it's like almost literally we're dealing with like mind-boggling, blowing concepts.
It is. And
And of course, it's a very isolated field because
Yeah.
well, not isolated, but it's a very specific. It's talking about media specifically, or just that. Well, pretty much every class has been framed around media. You had a class where
yeah.
because
for
like
the
media
most part.
stereotypes, music is media.
I mean, I took like a sports politics class. That's not quite media.
yeah.
But
Well, yeah.
there's framing within it because they're the intentional decision within certain stuff.
Yeah, so there's a lot of it's one of those things like where I may not have to necessarily write a lot.
Mm-hmm.
No A is an easy A,
Never.
It's like I hear people say easy A classes. I've never had an easy A, really.
Magana.
I've never taken Magana.
I
Yeah, I wish I had. He's a cool dude.
he's supposed to be a good guy, man.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think regardless of what you're studying, if you're doing well, I don't think that anyone should like cut you down because it's not fucking like math or science related.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's bullshit. Like,
And I usually kind of be like, oh, I took the easy way out, but now
Yeah.
I'm starting to kind of think like, hey, fuck it. It's
Yeah.
a great education here.
yeah,
I mean, I'm not cracking on other schools and stuff, but this is a whole like, it's a very broad, I would say broad
Yeah.
theoretical education and communication.
that's applicable to a lot of shit.
When people ask, okay, what's your major about? I'm curious what you tell them because I may be telling a completely different one than you are. So what do you tell them? What is communication? What do you guys do?
That's a really good question. Let me think
Yeah.
about that for a second.
Not to put you on the spot.
No, not at all.
Just,
No, I definitely go the route where it's like, it's like a very highly theoretical
Right.
field. We
I say
we
that.
deal a lot with the critical analysis of media.
Okay.
So I usually say deep critical analysis of
Mm-hmm.
media and images,
Okay.
which is it's a like that's kind of not the best description, but
Right.
I haven't really found a better way to.
No.
explain
Yeah.
it,
Yeah. So.
Because it's not even just images; it's like music and like a ton of other shit.
Yeah,
it's
it's
like that,
hard to explain.
but that's what they're gonna understand the most.
Right. It's hard to say like, oh, well, we study the way people communicate because it's more than that.
Yeah.
It's on every level.
I think the reason why we're having such a hard time describing it is because it's everything and nothing at the same time.
It is.
It's just
It's communication.
this.
Not communications. You remember did we have this talk?
No, it didn't.
It was some professor. It was I think she was like an adjunct faculty member over here. I think she was like widely known in the comm like realm.
World, yeah.
Yeah, and when I came in as a transfer, I was like at Triton Day or Transfer Day or something. She comes into line and she's like, "Hey, so what are you majoring in?" I'm like, "Oh, communications." Or
And she tore you up.
she did. She was just like, "Let me tell you something. It's communication, no S. If you come in with an S and start saying that in front of professors, they're not going to take you seriously."
Yeah.
And it always stuck with me. It's not a big deal when
It's
other
not.
people say it to me, but
It's not. I definitely have said communications a ton of times.
right. Right, and it's like there is a huge difference. I get what you're saying. There's a huge difference between communication.
Yeah.
So
Well, because then it's like,
potato.
well, because then so is the difference like, so we're talking about communications, it'd be like speech classes, but we're talking about communication as a broader concept. Is that the difference?
I was thinking more like telecommunications
Okay.
when we say communications. So it's
Yeah.
kind of weird. I guess it is
Semantics.
still under communication.
Semantics is all that is.
That's all it is, dude. That's all it is. But it stuck with me.
All right. No
Something I got
perspective
out of it.
show. We're moving right along.
We're moving.
I'm afraid we're getting a little bit boring.
No, we're doing good. We're doing good on time too.
Okay. Favorite memory at UCSD?
Oh man, dude.
What's something that you'll walk away with, and you'll just be like, yeah, there it was.
Like something happened.
Yeah, anything.
Like some dude like fell off his bike and ate shit, and I'll just be like,
Oh God, those are the best moments.
Okay,
of
some
my
of those are
day.
good.
Makes me a bad person, but I saw a girl running for the bus and she didn't make it, and I'm like,
my day's infinitely better. So the guy like shut the doors and was driving away.
yeah, but she wasn't even close.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I was far enough away to where I could see the whole scene,
yeah.
and I saw her running, and there was like a long line of people, and usually that will buy you a good amount of time, so you can
definitely.
catch the shuttle. But then it just all got on super quick.
Yeah.
Door closed, and she was like a good far away distance from getting into it.
Jeez, dude.
But I could feel it. I could feel how
Yeah.
how bummed she was, and I didn't. Oh my God, whatever.
Man, dude.
It was funny. I'm sorry if you missed something important, but you probably didn't. So it's okay. We'll get over it.
Dude, I can't. I'm trying to think of just like that one moment.
Just give me a moment. Doesn't
I
even
guess
matter.
maybe because we're still talking about calm, but I really enjoyed that study session with Johnny Chow, dude.
Oh yeah.
Something about
Those-
it, dude. It was
'cause-
like that.
well,
we were
first of all,
in the moment.
I was being hella funny that night.
Yeah.
I was being hella funny.
Yeah.
I'm actually supposed to ride bikes later with Johnny Chow, a little night ride.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'll see you later, Johnny Chow.
Johnny Chow. What's up, dude?
Dude, no, yeah, I definitely have to say those like comp study groups, even though I didn't have so many of them this year.
Yeah.
I didn't take classes with a lot of people. I took classes with no one that I knew.
Yeah.
This quarter.
It got very weird this last year compared to the year before. I thought we were gonna like grow as like a calm
community, but it's just like nope, we're all taking different classes.
100A, B, and C.
Yeah.
We did great all together and stuff, and then it kind of just fell apart when it was like, oh well, now take your elective.
Yeah.
I don't know these people because you're getting a freshman in there too.
And especially if you're taking like production classes,
Yeah.
you're basically in a different major.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of this kids are like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm not getting what I want over there, so I'm
Yeah.
coming to comm.
Yeah. Well, and because like there's people that I would see like in Com 10,
Mm-hmm.
Com 100A, whatever the fuck,
Yeah.
and I never saw them again. And they're like
Yeah.
transfer students. They're even some of them are even in 6th,
Yeah.
and it's just because they took a lot more production classes, production-based classes.
Is there a major in? I think there's a digital film major, but is there anything like within comm? There's no like focuses or
I
anything.
have
No.
no idea.
Okay.
So your highlight moment, Com 10 study group,
Yeah, I mean it's not like a big thing,
No,
but it
but
was
that's
just
really
it was
dope,
one
yeah.
of those things where it was just like
camaraderie.
Everybody was like on the same page.
Yeah.
We were all like focused and like willing to like put in the time
Yeah.
to like understand comm, because this was like literally an introduction to comm
Yeah.
for all of us. So this was like our like first way of like let's get it all down.
We're braving the storm together.
We're so we could set
Yeah.
this for the rest of like our UCSD like major.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
What was that dude's name I keep forgetting?
Johnny Chow.
No, James.
Oh, James Osborne.
Where are you, buddy? We need you.
Yeah, he
We
took some
need
time
you,
off,
buddy.
but we need him back, man.
We need you here. That was. I just remember we get done with the study group, and he says,
Yeah.
"Man, I'm gonna go get a 40." And I was like, "Yes, you are." Such a good, because that was a nighttime study group.
Didn't he go home and take a nap or? I
have no
keep
idea.
remembering naps, but I remember somebody saying like, "Oh, I'm gonna go home and take a nap, and then I'll come back." And they came back. I don't know who it was. Faintly remember that.
Let's see. Actually, no, I think I'm not sure if I have mine.
I mean, like, okay, maybe another moment I had was, it was the first day of one of my jazz. My music classes were amazing.
Oh,
Our music
nice.
department is freaking awesome. Blues, jazz, whatever.
Oh fuck, what's his name? I forgot his name. We have. I took gospel choir with.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
What's his name again?
Oh man.
Ken. Something. I'm so sorry. If you asked me any other day, I would know. But he is the
Ken.
number 3 professor,
Yeah.
our great professor.
Yeah.
And he was dude. He commanded the class so
Good guy.
efficiently.
Fishing.
Yeah. Dude, you respected him for sure. But you had a great experience with music classes.
Yeah, I know. I just remember it was like one of my like jazz classes. The first day, teacher comes out and just like it was weird. It was like some out of a movie. Like lights go down and then like he comes out and like he's like playing his saxophone. Goes into like a whole Ornette Coleman like medley for like probably like 6 minutes, dude. He must have had this whole thing down completely. But it was just a big wake up call. Like welcome to jazz. It was
for
cool.
sure.
It was cool.
Yeah.
You had to be there in the moment.
So I just realized that the perspective of this camera shows my legs.
Yeah.
I've been fucking with this like piece of like chair right here, and it's totally just probably looks like I'm diddling myself.
No,
I'm
dude.
just like.
The chair's brown though.
But anyways, awesome.
Yeah, it was cool.
Class-based ones are. Dude, actually, it sucks to say, but well, not really. It doesn't suck to say. But yeah, some of my best moments have been class-related.
Yeah.
Like the Comp 10 study group, I would say
Yeah.
there was a previous Comp 10 study group in the middle of like everyone's like Halloween like turn up, and we were in one of the rooms in the village.
Yeah.
And drunk ass fucking like people like in Halloween costumes were like, oh, how come you guys aren't like cleaning up on that? And I was just like, dude, Comp 10, it's a way of life, homie.
Comp 10 was a. Would you say it was a hard? I would say it was a hard class.
I would say it's one of the hardest classes I've taken.
It was one of the hardest classes I've ever taken. I'd say, but maybe it was my TA. But
yeah, I mean, it's one of those things like where it's foundational for your understanding.
And I think that's why we took it so seriously.
Yeah. I definitely took that class way seriously.
Yeah.
I don't think I've taken any class since then.
No.
Seriously.
No. Hell no, dude.
Or I haven't had to. Because once you get those concepts down, or once they're at least you're familiar with them.
Hegemony.
So if someone says hegemony, you're like not, or like what's it? Time and space compression, or what's the other one?
Discourse.
Yeah, all that good shit. I haven't taken a class like that.
The male gaze.
Male gaze?
The male gaze. That's always one. That's always popped up in comm.
Yeah. So once you kind of get those ideas in your brain, then it becomes a lot more like
right.
Makes everything a little more painless.
It does. It was a good. What's the word?
Dude, you remember that Superman guy that ran through?
Yes.
And fucked everything up?
I knew that guy. He was my neighbor last year.
Oh, sick.
Actually, you know what? I found my moment. I remember my moment.
Okay, give me that moment.
And you were there.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember?
I don't.
The bacon? Okay. Okay, I had been drinking. I was with like two of the girls, like my neighbors and stuff, and we went to the market. I cooked bacon when I was.
Oh, I do remember this.
Do you remember this?
Yes.
Best moment.
Such a good moment.
Ever, right?
Oh my god, this is what I've been waiting for. Oh yes,
I
so
totally
rad.
It was weird, dude. It was almost like like you were.
I didn't know you. I didn't know you that
We did
well.
not
then.
know each other,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen.
I just knew that.
No.
Have we
did
studied
not.
together yet?
I don't even think we had studied. Honestly.
Wow.
Because if we have, I probably would have recognized you, but I was also drinking, so maybe not. I don't think so.
Then how did I?
It was like week 0.
How did it ever come back up again? In conversation.
Because I think
I know we talked about it.
I think I remember telling it, and then you were like, "Dude, I was there." And I
Oh
was like,
yeah.
Because I remember someone coming down the stairs. But
I was right there when it happened, and I was like, "Thank God."
Yeah. So I guess starting over for the viewers out home, back home. God, dude, I haven't like.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. So we we go to the market. I'm like, I'm gonna cook bacon. It's gonna be funny.
Yeah.
So I go and get bacon, and I'm walking back across to the village. Crossing the street, there's a couple cops. I don't know if they were RSOs.
No, they were cops for sure.
They were actual
Yeah,
people.
they're actual cops.
Okay, so the cops are right there, and I'm walking back like, hey, and I have the bacon in my hand, and I'm like, I hope you ladies like bacon. And the cops like looked over at me, and they knew that I wasn't like making fun of them.
Yeah,
But they
I
were
don't
just-
think they did initially.
No, probably not.
But you were like so diffusing in the situation,
Yeah.
like, oh my god.
Yeah. And they look at me, and I just remember them going, dude,
Yeah.
dude. And then you come down the stairs like at that moment, and you're just like, that was the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
I definitely remember like verbalizing to you that I thought you were like a god.
Yeah.
That was because dude, for all I knew, you were being real serious.
Yeah.
Because like it was like how perfect a moment could you possibly ask for?
I had no
Who
idea.
wants fucking bacon?
Because it's when
By the way, hold on, we're missing the best part of the story.
yeah.
You were with 2 girls, huh?
Yeah, but
You
like
playboy.
no.
You playboy.
They were my neighbors. I would never. But yeah.
You made them bacon though, that.
I cooked them a mean plate of
What
bacon.
about my bacon?
You're bacon?
When are you gonna make me bacon?
I'll make you bacon, dog.
Okay, good.
Yeah, because it'll be
I
a
did-
great ending to the story.
Dude, that was. I have to say, I think that was one of my moments too. Man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy how I don't even know how it came to me right now, but
Yeah, I don't know how it came to you either. I wish I had like better recall.
I just remember you were coming down the stairs, right? It
Yeah.
was the stairs, and you just stopped and you're like, that was the funniest shit, and I'm just like, what? And then I thought about it, I was like, oh my god, I
Yeah.
know I didn't mean it.
Yeah. Rad. I think one of my favorite moments was running across the 5 freeway.
Oh,
Both sets of directions. You know, oncoming and
like, are we talking Genesee, Villa La Jolla?
I don't know. It was me, Johnny, and one of our friends from the department.
Okay.
We were riding our bikes, and we end up like scaling a mountain. So we're at like the top of like a fucking hill mountain thing. And I ride fixed gear brakeless, so I have no brakes. And then we realized we gotta get down this fucking hill.
Yeah.
So I had to walk my bike down. I hopped on it, and then I rode it, and I was like, nope, too fast.
Yeah.
So I had to like put my foot, I had to jam my foot in the back wheel to stop it.
Oh my god.
So I just walk down the rest, kind of hop on at the end, and when I get there, Johnny and like one of our friends, or the friend we were with, they're like, dude, there's no good way to get home. Like, we need to run across this freeway, basically.
pretty much.
So we're like trying to like, and we were trying to get on to run across at an on ramp.
Oh my god.
So like, I'm
There's
getting
cars,
scared,
like,
yeah, because
flying
and
at
they're
you.
blind turning through this on ramp. They're not gonna see us.
Yeah.
And me and Johnny, like, I was like, fuck, I'm gonna call a Lyft or
Yeah.
like something. I'm not trying to do this. Like,
Right.
we find a different way. And my friend was like, all right, guys, well, stay here. I'll go see what's up, and then I'll come back and we'll figure it out. And then we hear him going like, hey guys, and he had already done it.
Oh shit.
So now we have
You had
there's
to.
no other way. And Johnny was super about it, so he just darted across.
Because he's Johnny fucking Chow.
His giant fucking challenge, he
Yeah.
will be stopped by no obstacle.
No, of course not.
And then so I just had to put my bike on my back, and I just hop the thing,
Damn.
and sprint again.
Oh my gosh.
And it was a great weird moment.
No cars coming?
No,
There were probably
there was
flying.
cars. There
Like
was
real
cars
life
for
Frogger,
sure,
dog.
yeah.
Jeez.
Don't do that at home.
Yeah.
Don't try
That's
that.
intense, dude. The
Yeah.
5?
Yeah, I think it was 5. It could have been like a normal street.
Jeez. If you're the 52, you know,
I could be lying.
a couple lanes. But the 5, dude? The 5. Wait, what time was it?
It was a Sunday, like at 6.
Oh, okay. But still, that's gotta be scary.
The way that you're saying it was the 5 makes me think now it probably wasn't the 5. But there was like a ton of cars.
805?
It was like 3 lanes, I think, on both sides. 3 or 4 lanes.
Could have been.
Who knows?
I don't know.
Anyways, we did it, and whatever it happened. But it was a cool moment.
You got your. So there's no fence or anything in the middle?
No, there's a divide.
Oh, you just. Oh, okay.
Big,
I see.
that big concrete
Yeah.
divide.
Yeah.
So I just kind of,
Just hopped it.
and I am not a nimble person. I
Yeah.
don't have particularly good balance.
I hate hopping fences. dude.
I often trip on nothing.
Okay.
I think I was born with broken ankles, so it was not a good. I made it.
Good.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
rad. Yeah, for sure.
That's cool, dude.
Any other memories in your brain?
No, I think that's probably it. That one took the cake, dude. I don't think anything's gonna top the bacon story.
Just 'cause we just
And it's only
both
like it's
into it.
funny to us because I've told it to other people and they're just like, huh, yeah, maybe I'm telling it wrong.
But
I'm a
it-
shitty storyteller.
No, but it was like god tier
it was.
coincident moment.
Yeah,
Coincidence moment.
yeah.
For sure. Coincidental.
Coincidence.
I'm missing something.
Dude, I'm bad with it too, dude.
That's fine. I mean, it's our last show. We're allowed to be bad.
Yeah,
And that's actually something we pride ourselves here at the
Right.
Power Hour, is just kind of just doing what we want to do and talking how we
Yeah.
like to talk.
I mean, Tom Petty, look at him.
Tom
He plays
Petty.
the flute.
Yeah, dude.
Who knew?
Who
He
knew?
wants to play the flute. He's playing the flute.
We
Man.
need wait. We need to take a picture before we get out of here.
Yeah.
That's what
Okay. Yeah. For sure.
we can talk about that later.
Yeah.
So summer plans.
Okay. Summer plans. Moving home. Gonna train the dog. Maybe,
Job, there
maybe
you
get
go.
a job.
Here.
Who knows? That's
Yeah.
it. That's honestly it. I mean, there's nothing. Maybe a road trip.
I mean, what else are you gonna do but
Yosemite.
train your dog? Oh, dude, I want to go to Yosemite so bad.
Yeah, dude.
I just
It's very peaceful.
what it boils down to is I just want to see some fucking stars.
Yeah.
We see 10% of like the stars that are available to us.
Because of the city lights, right?
Yeah, fucking light pollution, homie.
It's bad.
I looked up this thing, and it was like best places to look at the stars in San Diego.
Mhm.
They're all like really like in like East County, I guess.
Yeah.
They're all like really far.
It's higher up.
Um,
yeah.
like about an hour's drive, and I guess you're still technically in San Diego County at that point.
Yeah, it's probably like Julian Alpine. Was it anything? anything
I'm
about
sure I
that?
did.
Yeah.
But then I saw a thing that was like, oh, we'll just go to Torrey Pines like really late,
Mhm.
and you can still see a game. I was like, no, you cannot. Not the level I'm trying to see.
No,
I'm trying to see that shit where it's like, damn.
Well, you got the marine layer too, so that
Yeah. Oh yeah. Dude, June
Mhm.
Bloom, you're so right, dude.
I'm
When's
not
this weather
liking
gonna
it.
pick the
I'm not
fuck
liking
up?
this weather, dog.
I'm graduating.
It's like El Nino. What the fuck's El Nino?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know, man. That was a real big thing in the '90s, though.
Yeah, I always hear El Nino's coming.
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
what's
I
El
don't even know.
Nino, dude?
Kind of looks gross.
Tell me.
So training the dog, maybe getting a job.
Yeah, that's
Have you applied to anything?
no.
That's okay.
Yeah, but everyone's telling me like, oh, do you want to like get another job at KCRA, maybe write for the news? And I'm like,
Yeah.
well, if they pay well, maybe.
Oh, where you interned?
Yeah, because I do kind of keep in contact with my old producer.
Yeah.
I hate to say it like that because my producer. Anyways,
Yeah. The producer.
the producer.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll get a job out of it.
That'd be sick, dude.
But I gotta commute to Sacramento. Do I really want to do that?
What's the commute like?
It's a great commute. Like literally, I mean, there's not much traffic at all.
Mhm.
I don't know about in the mornings, but usually if you're writing for the news, you're gonna get that late night shift. So I'll be
Yeah.
driving in at like midnight.
Oh, so no worries that way.
No, but my sleep's gonna get all
Yeah.
fucked up all summer.
Dude, how's your sleep been recently? Have you been sleeping all right?
Yeah.
I've been doing that shit where I just stay up till 3 in the morning for no good reason.
Yeah,
I'm just like, God,
yeah.
I want to just be asleep right now.
Yeah, this week's harder because I've been having work in the mornings. Like I have to get up at like 5:30,
Yeah.
like prep for work. But
Okay.
yeah, 3 a.m. dude.
Here's the
sometimes-
funny thing.
Some nights.
I do not think I'm the kind of person who ever says I can't do that because I have to be up early.
Oh, really?
I'm not. That's not to say it's definitely responsible to be like, I need to do something early,
Mhm.
and I make sure I want to do it good,
Yeah.
so then I go to sleep. But I cannot, dude. I cannot be like, I need to be asleep early, or I need to wake up early, because I'm trying to hang out, like
Yeah.
I want to do stuff.
Right.
So I'm just not that kind of dude. But it shows.
Well, I mean, sometimes there's. I feel like sometimes I do that too much, where it's like, okay, I can definitely hang out, but
Yeah.
because it's like I'll stay home and then like not go to sleep till like 3 a.m.
Anyways,
It's like,
yeah. So you might as well be doing
Shit, I
something.
could have had fun.
Yeah.
So what's
Not
the
to
word?
say that there's not a lot of fun to be had at home. because-
No, but it's like the more you kind of like. Jeez, dude, lost my train of thought.
No, you're fine.
Totally lost my train of thought. Like the more you start going out and realizing, the more you can stay out later.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll make it work the next day.
Yeah.
And then you realize, hey, I had a lot of fun and I could do this.
And then you can
Find
spend the
proper
whole
time
day at
management.
work.
Yeah.
Talking to your coworkers about how, like, man, I'm so tired because I was partying last night.
Right, that's true.
And then there's
Very
like,
true.
they're like, fuck, man, I went straight to sleep.
You're like, dude, I'm not as cool as you.
And I'm also not the kind of guy. I mean, I am kind of the guy, but not like so much.
Yeah.
I'm definitely more at UCSD.
Yeah.
Where it's like at community college, if you wanted to hang out and had a final, I don't give a fuck. Fuck my final.
Yeah.
I'll still go hang out. I definitely will definitely have the thought to be like,
Mhm.
no, I gotta study. But then it's just like, this is what studying looks like for me.
Okay.
If it's not the day before,
Okay.
studying is basically thinking about studying. Man, I need to be close to my computer in case the
Mhm.
spark gets me.
Yeah.
And it's almost never like that. Like I definitely can grind and study and do my shit,
Yeah.
but there always has to be something like, okay, well,
Yeah.
it's now or never, it's do or die.
Yeah, I could see that. Do you get into I get into the prep mode a couple days before where it's like I start opening the tabs,
Yes.
the presentations,
Yes.
but I'm not looking. I'll
Dude.
skim them,
Dude,
and then I end up doing that anyway.
if you have to write a research paper,
Yeah,
this is let's say you've got 2 weeks to write it,
yeah.
and then you're convinced, new me,
Mhm.
new year, new me. I'm gonna start this paper as soon as I get it.
Mhm.
Day one, you start thinking about it,
Yeah,
and you're like, fuck, I'm thinking about this paper.
yeah.
Maybe day 2 or 3, I opened some fucking tabs. I went to LexisNexis.
Yeah.
I looked up some articles.
Yeah.
I'm halfway done writing this paper.
You start gathering info.
That LexisNexis phase lasts probably another week, where you'll just open a tab, look, close it. Maybe you'll look at the book, open it,
Mm-hmm.
and then still, when it comes time to write the paper,
Yeah.
you're basically at zero.
It's at the last minute, but I always find if I finish the paper early, part of me gets like it's almost like you're gonna get anxiety either way because I still get anxiety like, well, maybe it could be perfected.
Yeah.
And it's like I sat on this paper that was complete for like 2 weeks when I could have been like reworking
I
at
have
the time.
never finished a paper 2 weeks early.
Yeah,
I think,
and that's why that's personally why I don't. I may be justifying the fuck out of it, but
Yeah.
that's how I feel.
I've only written a paper early once.
Yeah. Have you revised it and all that?
No.
Or first draft, second
I
draft?
basically dude. I kind of write first, second, third drafts, but not really. It's
Yeah.
the same document. It's the
It
same
is.
file.
It is.
I keep fucking with it, but it's not like it's not ever like a complete revision. I mean, there's like 2 or 3 times like where I've like been like, I rarely write a first draft that is so bad I have to just delete it, which is not me bragging on myself. I mean, I could totally revise and make it better.
Yeah,
But,
exactly.
but I'll usually just keep that same shit going and just see what's up, see what sticks.
Just write it out, dude.
Yeah.
I was just think, well, there's no turning back now. Like I've met the minimum.
Yeah.
I'll just submit it and kind of see where it goes.
I always
Horrible way of thinking.
I always shoot for like, if they say 2-page minimum, I write like a page or 2, or like a half page more,
Yeah.
just so I don't have to like
It's like,
do
well,
it.
it's 2.
Yeah. I always try to do it.
Mhm.
Here's another funny thing.
Okay.
When I open up Microsoft Word on my computer, it's already in Cambria font. And
Cambria.
yeah, it's just the standard font, whatever. I don't think I've ever changed the paper into Times New Roman. No, I definitely have, like, once or twice. Teachers that have been really strict about it.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, whatever happened to like, it has to be in Times.
My management professor this quarter wants it in Times.
Yeah.
And it is kind of weird because it kind of changes the size too.
Yeah, it
but
does.
for the better, I think it makes it bigger, doesn't
No, Times is way smaller than most fonts.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because whenever I do it, I always have to move it up to like my default's at 11-point font. Is that yours?
No, mine defaults to 12-point Cambria.
Okay. 12
Yeah.
point
It's very similar to Times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Maybe I have Calibri.
Oh, maybe mine's Calibri.
Maybe it is. Then.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's.
I don't know fonts. Man. What is that guy like? Neither do I.
We're talking fonts right
We're talking
now.
about fonts. This is
Times New
riveting.
Roman.
This is riveting
Comic
radio.
Sans is my shit.
Dude, Comic Sans is a joke, homie.
It really is.
All right, let's see how we're doing on time. We can actually technically have 2 minutes.
9:58.
So that's almost about it for our show. We're wearing Lay's right now.
Yeah.
I just found it here. I didn't bring it or anything.
Yeah, we just found these Lays. Yeah.
Thank you.
It's the last show, guys. The last show.
Oh no. Well, I gotta take my 1 second of the day here. I need you to say it's the last show.
You ready?
Yeah.
Guys, this is the last show. The last.
I got you. You're good. It's 1 second, homie.
Oh, that's right. My
Okay. Before we get going, what would you say to incoming freshmen or transfer students? You had to go talk to a bunch of transfer students. What would you tell them?
Get involved as fast as you can. Because I got involved and it wasn't like it was even delayed really. But just the faster you can get involved, like the more fun you're gonna have is what I'm noticing. Work hard, play hard. I think this is a great campus for working hard and playing hard, you know?
Well, San Diego is a great area for playing hard for sure.
Yeah. Oh,
The
yeah.
campus doesn't facilitate hard play. Not at all.
No.
But the area.
But you find it, you make it work, okay? Your parents are paying good money. FAFSA is giving you good money. But just have fun with it. I don't know, dude. I don't even know what else. Just work your ass off. Get your degree. Learn something.
It only benefits you to work hard, I'll say.
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, I am not at all, like, any better than anybody else. But college students love to bitch.
Yeah.
Love it.
They
It's like
do.
the favorite thing to do amongst college students is bitch and
Yeah.
complain. And I would say it only benefits you if you work hard, because at the end of the day, if you walk away from your major, whether it's comm or fucking biz arts, or whatever it is, if it's biology, if you walk away and you don't at least have something in your brain, you're gonna feel really bad.
Yeah.
I mean, because like you can party at any stage in your life.
Yeah.
You know, you can be social at any stage in your life. That's not to say you shouldn't be. Obviously, you should. You should turn the fuck up in college. This is like the best place and time to do it.
This is it.
But it's also a great time to learn shit. It's a really good
Find
time
that great balance as
Exactly,
fast as you
yeah.
can too.
I would definitely say yours is good. I did not get involved very
Yeah,
much. I
yeah.
definitely had like very little to do on campus.
Yeah.
No,
you did though, dude. I feel like you did.
I went to a ton of shows last
Okay.
year.
Well, there you go.
I definitely like had no problem just like being like, I'm gonna go to the show or do
Yeah.
this thing or whatever. I would say maybe yours is a good one because it's like do it faster. You're not gonna have an easy time doing it. Because if you don't get
Yeah.
involved fast,
Yeah.
it gets way harder like later on.
Meet
in the year.
meet the incoming transfers now while everybody's still meeting each other.
Yeah. Oh, such a good point. Holy
Yeah.
fuck.
Because once everyone's established those connections, it's kind of like, yeah, dude, what are you? Like,
Yeah, people don't really have extra space in their minds or hearts for you.
Yeah.
They're, yeah.
Ain't nobody fucking with my clique.
Yeah. You know what? Here's a really good one.
Hmm.
Here's a really good one. Understanding that no one cares about you unless they fucking know you.
Yeah.
So if you're like, man, my teachers, whatever, advisors, whatever it may be,
Yeah.
be a name. Yael just told me this.
Match a face to the name.
Yeah, don't just be a name. Yael just said this. I thought it was the best thing I've heard in my life. Don't just be a name.
Yeah.
If you're a name on a paper, you're very easy to ignore. If you're a name on a paper, you're very easy to not get the benefit of the doubt when it's like A-, B+, you know? And it's like, don't do it with the intention of getting anything out of it, but just be interested in your TAs. Be interested in your professors. Like, you know, they're the ones doing or have done like what we want to do in our respective fields.
Yeah.
So just get to know them, you know? And the benefit of that is when you don't need to struggle and be like, who am I going to ask for like a letter or something, you know?
So
like,
easy.
And like one of my professors that I just bumped into offered. And the only way that happens is the fact that I was interested in what she had to say, and whenever she like asked a question in the class,
you answered it.
I was no, but like she would ask things like, "Are you guys understanding this? Are you guys getting it? You know, what do I need to do to help you guys succeed?"
Right.
And I would shoot her an email. She'd be like, "Hey."
Yeah.
So I think that
definitely
building relationships, or just like at least like functional relationships with your professors or like your TAs. You don't need to be their friends. I don't think that's gonna happen.
No.
But just being a face or not just being a face, not just being a name. Being a person, like so they can be like Anthony, Andrew, whatever.
Yeah, dude, and one more thing, all right? When the teacher is starting to wrap up class, don't fucking slam your desk down.
God.
It's so disrespectful.
And it's so fucking annoying.
It pisses me off, dude. It's
Feldman
so
class
disrespectful.
Dude, all the classes in Peterson.
Yeah.
Peterson was the worst place for that.
You could have the shittiest professor, but it's
They
so
don't deserve
disrespectful
that,
for someone who's earned their PhD and they're teaching you,
Yeah.
helping you get your degree, to just like slam it down. It's like, fuck you, I'm going to lunch.
Yeah.
No.
Dude, super good
Not
point.
cool.
I think this is probably like the best stuff of the show.
Yeah.
I would also say they don't owe you anything. No, they don't owe you
No.
anything. Teachers don't, professors in particular don't owe you shit.
You can assume like, oh, they'll just pass me, but they don't owe you a seat.
They don't. You're not owed anything.
Mm-mm.
When you get here, you kind of have to work for it.
Yeah.
That's and
It's a UC dog.
And it's funny, like I think that someone said recently that students have to learn resourcefulness.
Yeah.
And so I mean, don't begrudge that. Like, don't be like, oh man, I had to learn how to do this. I don't want to do that. You know, that's it's learning in multiple different environments.
Yep.
It's learning in social environments.
Yeah.
It's learning in professional and collegiate environments.
Right.
So just learn everything you can. Learn by mistake.
Yep.
Fuck up. Don't be afraid to get B's. Don't be afraid to get C's. You know, don't be afraid of the GPA, because at the end of the day, like when you're in an interview, they don't want to see. For certain majors and for certain fields, maybe different. But for like, I know most fields, they want you to be someone they can work with.
Yeah.
They want you to be someone that they might be like, hey, let's grab a beer after work. And the way that you be that person is being well-rounded. You don't necessarily need to be something that you're not.
No.
Because like, if you don't want to get involved, don't get involved.
Stick to those values.
Do things genuinely. You know,
Right,
definitely
right.
don't. I always had a problem with people in like high school who were
Yeah.
in fucking Key Club, raising money for Link and all this shit.
Yeah.
They didn't really give a fuck about it.
Right.
and that's gross. Don't do that.
You don't just do it to put on the resume. Do
Yeah.
it because you like it too.
And if you do it
And it
because
shows.
and if you do it because you like it,
Yeah.
you'll be able to talk about it like you like it.
Yeah.
And people love that shit.
Right.
People love people who can talk passionately.
Yep.
And I think that if you only do things that you're genuinely kind of like
Mhm.
about and it's a part of who you are,
Yeah.
that's so much better than just being like, yeah, I did this and I did that and blah 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 blah, and it means nothing at the end of the day.
Mhm.
You know, so I think that's one of the things where it's like, if you don't want to get involved, that's totally your prerogative.
Yeah.
But when it comes to school, at least, when it
Yeah.
comes to actual being in classes, it will only benefit you to work hard.
Definitely.
Even if it's a class you don't give a fuck about.
Regardless.
And
Yeah.
and the last thing I'll say,
Yeah.
I've been talking your ear out.
No.
The last thing I'll say is just that that's something like where we're the generation of people who are like constantly fed, oh, you need to do what you're happy, or what you want to do, you need to do your passion. Your 20s are your selfish years. That's all bullshit.
Yeah.
That's all not good stuff to be told because it's bullshit. You're gonna have to do a lot of stuff in your life that you don't want to do. Not everyone gets to just go travel. Not everyone gets to go and do these
I
things.
wish I could.
So, a good thing to learn in college and even
Yeah.
high school at any
Yeah.
age, is to learn how to do things you don't necessarily want to do, but
Yeah.
they're beneficial for you.
Exactly.
Like sitting in that college classroom,
Yeah.
it's boring. Yeah, it's monotonous. Yeah, the papers are busy work, but learning how to do something well that you don't really want to do anyways, that's really fucking valuable for the real world.
It'll stick with you.
For sure.
Man, dude.
That was great. A great rally for sure.
Yeah, I guess that's it, dude.
Well,
Wow.
well, it's not. You can keep talking. Just start.
Yeah,
like the
I mean,
wrap-up stuff.
there's not too much left to talk about.
It's 10:06.
It's
Is
been
anyone
real.
waiting for us?
It's been real. Yeah, we got someone waiting. So,
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
man.
yeah, it's
Okay.
it's been a good
Well,
time,
then I won't
guys.
do what I was gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Toto Africa. I already see it.
Well, I really want to play.
Oh,
Yeah. So thank you guys. This
Yeah.
is Power Hour.
Thanks,
It's
guys.
been a great 2 quarters. It's been a great year at
Awesome.
KSDT. Thank you guys so much. Even though whoever listened, we appreciate it.
yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
one
Anthony.
was Nah, dude.
It's been
Real
very
fun.
rad. Graduation on Sunday. Later, guys.
Graduation.